We are live.
Mark, close the door.
We are live. Yes.
The live video then outside.
My on my platform.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep. Asu Lucas. My people know they're always welcome with a good song. So
Song. Yanda Yusi.
Follow white rabbit.
my fellow Ambazonians,
Bluetooth pairing.
our brother them, our sister them, our papa them, our mommy them. all Ambazonians, we don't come today for can salute now. We don't come. Oops. We don't come today. Make we get better talk about how for protect the Ambazonian children, about how for secure a better future for Ambazonian picking them. Today, when I go join we'll get woman of God, our sister and mommy, where it just come out for born small picking, where it still day small. And so today we will talk about that small picking in own future too. So you don't carry that small picking, it make so Ambazonia and they are picking. Ambazonia now when I picking that, now in that they don't born her for exile. Woman of God.
Yes.
Amia Shiao. I for baby no.
Oh, it is fine. Oh, you don't come.
Ashia for the born.
Thank you. Oh, point of correction. We're not there on exile. The Republic there on the run.
Ambazonia picking the day on exile. All we did for exile. So we know say you just born and you never stay. And we know say today you don't carry Ambazonia picking. You say maybe you can't show we were picking. We will fight for their future. So first of all, we want to take the time for all we for talk for you, Ashia for the born. And Ashia for the new picking way. You don't God don't bless you, make you bring them for way for this world. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. Your name is Emmanuel.
Oh, baby Emmanuel.
Mm-hmm.
There's no better name than Emmanuel, especially for this kind of time.
No.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Power off.
All right, make we start. You for a very long time, you be a woman where you don't stand for the Ambazonian people. You don't fight for the Ambazonian people then for a long time. You don't do plenty work. Hey, by the way, I ask you whether you want make we talk for pidgin or you want make we talk for Oyibo English for anyone. Now you be the guest. Now you go choose.
Anyone self plus country talk who manage and go
Like,
that's
okay,
all.
I go ask you make you talk or for because I know say the talk you be picking for so I go actually at some point I go actually talk make you we go actually give you room make you talk directly to the insult people they will listen for we.
Mm-hmm.
So I know say you don't do a lot of work, you don't do a lot of activism, you don't advocate for a lot. You spend a lot of your time, especially for the early part of 2019. I mean, for the late part of 2019, you spend a lot of time for do a lot of humanitarian work. You be actually create a program. I think that they call and say Arise. It will be there a program where you raise a lot of plenty more. You raise almost $5,000.
6,000.
You raise $6,000 for support the Aya Foundation. What will be that program in name again?
Deborah Rising.
Deborah Arising. Now, what really inspire you for be so involved, especially for make sure say what people in the be taken care of, what begin to be taken care of. What really motivate you?
Okay. For my lifetime, I don't always take side with the oppressed. And I don't always believe say the oppressed deserve freedom and they deserve the right for be dominant or forget their autonomy. Well, but for the situation for Ambazonia, it be more than that because the French Cameroon they really show their true colors from a little crisis where it start with lawyers that they march, teacher that they protest. Actually, we not be fit no say na so things that don't get back to a point where they eliminate with education system and with law system. Because I remember say while I be there back home, I be very blessed. I be a rich person. I be very rich at my early in my 20s. And I remember say when Frenchman can rent your house, he pay the first. Karen, can you excuse me, baby, please? He pay the first 6 months for rent. If he cannot pay a rent for the next 15 years, you don't get right to drive for your house, according to civil law. But these people, they don't take advantage of so many things. But the thing where it strike me to the core, where it be irreversible. Now the pace where they take and kill people them, burn down villages them, burn people there for house. I no go ever forget that graphic picture where I be see mommy the give Bobby for picking lad, the give Bobby for my picking so. Picking sleep for a back. They burn them for house. You see they had a burn, they say they burn na goat. Now, when they be get that military response where they get them for boyas university student them, they be clearly pose themselves like aliens the way they want for take things way not belong to them. And now way everything be glary and clear on the walls of time. I not see no reason why we not go fight for get independence from that wicked people then, because they not get no remorse of thing where they do. And right now for place where they maybe waiting where who want, because I'll talk the partner for grammar, because I want me war leaders, they hear me very well, because I get more warning they forget them as they don't talk say their ear them they hear, their heart they feel, they not be human beings them.
More change.
Me they hear this one.
More change and go for Igbo language. No, since you wanna come.
Yeah, man, talk for Oyibo language. Me, Antonio Gures, he hear me. Me, Nagitibo, he hear me. Me, President for France, hear me, because the trouble where they come for them, they not go feel better.
Change for Igbo language, me stay here.
Okay, so what I want to say, I was speaking in Pidgin, but I want to speak I was speaking in Pidgin. I want to speak in English. That the world leaders have failed in their responsibility. They have failed in leadership. They saw when 1, 2, 3, 4 villages were razed down and our people were displaced. They saw the massive exodus of our people from Manfe to Nigeria. They saw the games that were being played, and even with them undercover, of taking refugees back and putting them in jail. They have seen the prison condition of our people. They saw these things and said nothing. They have never thought that there could be a ceasefire. With our villages being burnt, from the time Sam Sawyer's throat was cut off, from the time that students were being shot at gunpoint from their mother's kitchen, nobody spoke. And we are in a full-blown genocide. We registered on Mark Grace right back 3 years ago, on registered mass graves. If those satellites can catch Gabu incident, if they can catch the woman in the north who was shot point blank by Cameroon military soldiers, then they can equally as well locate those mass graves. But the world looked away. They did nothing. Patricia Scotland went to Cameroon, ended in Yaoundé, didn't care about why he went back there. Collected a gold statue, went back to Commonwealth. I hope she's enjoying the fruit of her corruption now. Because we live in a world where you will not be able to go to the farm and then plant wheat and then go the next day and harvest rice. That is the kind of world we live in today. We live in a time when you read their retribution instantly, because human beings have gone beyond just corruption to a point where they are ready to tread even blood and the smoke of the burning of people for fame, wealth, and leadership and show of power. But it's not going to work in this 21st century, because the time of retribution is here and nature is tired of the evil. Antonio Gures went there, took his own gold statue left. Taking Nabo, I usually miss his name because his name really sounds like an Ambazonia name.
Nagitibo?
Nagitibo. That guy is supposed to be defending us because his name sounds more like an Ambazonian name. I don't know how an American like him will decide to play this kind of a game. I was surprised that he's from Bulgaria. I was thinking that maybe he was a Frenchman. And he went there. I was counting on him. Now I have learned not to trust any man. But he failed us still. He went there and played games. And then after they watch the genocide take place, are people dying in their great numbers that we can't even account for. And people being forced to pick up arms to defend themselves. They stand from afar and then they yell. We want decentralization. We don't want secession. Who are you to want what for us? are you? Are you our leader? No. You did not show leadership in the midst of the killing. You have not shown leadership in the midst of the genocide. How come you have the voice to say what you want? You want it with what and for what? With our almost 500 villages burned down, maybe these people don't understand what it means to burn down a village. It means that you burnt the habitation of multitudes of people. It means you burnt my own home. Mean that if I leave from the diaspora, I'll go and sleep on the tree. That's what it means. And now I want to ask those world leaders to put themselves in our own very shoes and answer the question. If your mother's house was burnt and your mother was burnt alive in that house, will you stop the burning process, or you will stand and yell the political decentralization?
All right, I have a question. Here is where, because I'm also one of those people that are very critical of world leaders. Right, I'm very critical. We know the game. We know the colonial infrastructure put in place. We understand all of them. We understand. Nagi Tibo went there. Guterres went there. Scotland went there. The people of the Francophonie went there. The people from African Union went there. Everybody collected their own golden statue. Everybody left. Everybody is silent. Now, what is the role of an Ambazonian woman? Now we are in a period where we can't depend on the world because we know the games they are playing. Are you there? Uh-oh. Hello? Let me check. Just hang on, guys. Just hang on. Just hang on. Maybe her computer is frozen. Her computer is frozen, so just hang on. We'll see how we can bring her back. Yep. Let's see how we can bring her back. Just hang on, people. We're going to do our best to bring back our guest as soon as possible. Just give us a minute. Just hang on there. Invite more people to join us on this conversation. This is extremely important. All right? That's why I love Woman of God. She's very feisty, very focused, very eloquent. So let's do our best to bring her back. Give me a moment. Let me bring her back. Just give me a moment. Bringing her back through Skype. Just hang on there, my people. Let me bring Woman of God back through Skype. We're calling her on Skype. There's no response right now. All right, she's gonna be joining us very soon. Let's continue where we left off. Let me send her a message to call back in so that we can integrate her immediately. We send a message for her to call back in so that we can integrate her back immediately. So just hang on. What an amazing woman. So, my fellow Ambazonians, we were having a great conversation with woman of God. You all know who she is. She's done remarkable things for our people. She's done extraordinary things for all of us. In the middle of 2019, she raised $6,000 through her effort called Deborah Arising, and that money went directly to the Aya Foundation to make sure that Ambazonian people are provided for. Here is a woman who's spent most of her time thinking about what to do, what she can do, how she can rally other Ambazonian mothers, other Ambazonian sisters, so that collectively they can do much more to care for the Ambazonian children. Today, our conversation, she's a mother of, I think, if I'm not mistaken, of about three children. She just gave birth about a month ago, and she's making time to advocate for the Ambazonian children. She's making time to be and to continue the work of social activism for the Ambazonian people. So there's no better person that where I think she's calling. All right, she's here.
Hello?
Welcome back.
Thank you.
All right, here you are.
Are we still live?
We are back live. We missed you.
Okay. I'm sorry, folks. I don't know what happened.
It's all right. So my question, since you're back and you left and the audience were wondering what happened to woman of God. Bring back woman of God. Bring back woman of God. Well, woman of God is here. She brought a baby for all of us. Yeah, you can hear the voice of the new baby. That's the baby Emmanuel. Um, how old is he now? It's about a month.
No,
Not even a month. Just
he's 2 weeks old.
a few weeks old. So I wanted to ask you. We can spend our time all day, all night, and there is a lot of blame to go around. And blame world leaders, world politicians, blame the UN, blame African Union, blame the US, blame Guterres, blame Nagitibo, blame all these people. We all know the international system, how it works, and we know the game. It's a game of interest. I would like us to focus more on what we as a people can do for ourselves, not what the world can do for us. This is a
I,
fact.
I was actually coming there.
Yeah. So I think
It's not a blame game. It's a holding people accountable. And how does it relate to us? The world leaders took an oath when Rwandan genocide happened
that's true. He
that it
did.
will never again happen.
Hmm.
But they have failed the Ambazonian people. Why we cannot ignore them out of this scene is that they don't stop to hide in their sacred places like war crickets and yell out, we want this, not that.
Yeah.
As long as they keep that narrative, we cannot give them deaf ears. But what they should know is that they cannot do that on the smoke of the burning of our people, with our villages razed down, with our people displaced the way they are, suffering all over the world, and with the bloodbath that is currently going on in our land. Now, what are we as Ambazonians supposed to know? We are supposed to know that we are on our own. We have to
Oh,
fight to survive.
that's right.
This is a battle against extinction.
That's it.
It's not a battle against a form of governance, or it's not a battle because I see some Ambazonians who are miscrewed, who are posing themselves. They have taken the plight of our people to develop their political career. It's not a political gesture. It's not a political posture. It is a fight for survival. It's a fight against extinction. And as long as the world looks away, the other day I made a post and I said, if your neighbor's house is on flames, don't look away and say it's your neighbor, because that fire will soon be on your roof.
Mm.
Now, when they stood and you have some on failure to thrive male figures from Ambazonia faction who have stayed abroad, some for 30 years, and without anything to show, because they fail to thrive, have become bait to the international system. When they came out, coronavirus ceasefire, those war crickets jump out there and say ceasefire, this, that, with no knowledge of what they are doing. You did not declare a war. Why are you rushing to declare ceasefire? The same international community that comes and Switzerland is saying today, we support this, we support that. So they knew that they could do a ceasefire, and they did not stop out there from killing our people. If they think that they had to have a voice and they have to have the lead, why didn't they stop the genocide and tell us what they want? As they failed to stop the genocide, they should just keep quiet. Because right now where we are, it is not about what they want, it's about what we want. And what we want is independence. And nothing but that, because the truth in it is that the relationship between Ambazonia and Cameroon is irreparable. They have gone beyond pardon. I'm not going to tread over graves to go to Yaoundé as my capital. It will not happen. And I'm not on exile. I'm going back to Cameroon. And if I'm going back to Cameroon, I'll be going back to...
Are you going back to Ambazonia or you're going back to Cameroon?
No. When I say I'm going back to Cameroon, what I actually mean here is that if they don't do anything about it, right? I will not go to Ambazonia and walk over graves and then leave Cameroon alone. If they do nothing about it, because Cameroon has to pay for all the villages they have burnt. If not, then Pobia does not deserve to have a house. They are not the only ones that have right to violence. They are not the only people that can burn a house. But we have purported ourselves as leaders in the walls of time. If they thought that we could not self-govern, we have shown them. Because we could, out of anything, do the same thing that Cameroon is doing for us. But we have not done it. But does not mean that we cannot do it. They should not push us too far than they have pushed us already. And then now when they come out and say, coronavirus ceasefire, I want the world leaders to stop hiding behind coronavirus to talk about ceasefire. The time we needed them to stand and yell ceasefire, they did not. Why are they acting like opportunists when they're supposed to show leadership? That's where I'm coming to say the world leadership has failed. They have failed. We are not depending on them. They need to fix their own mess before they come and start to tell us what they want. France will say, we want decentralization, we don't want this. Switzerland get up, the same thing. And Tebo Oisu get up and say, Tebo is a name from Bangui, right? Yes.
I think his great grandparents must have come from Bangui.
Yes, because that's a pure Ambazonian name, and unfortunately he has joined those people there to betray us. It's unacceptable. And then when you put all these things together, and then you look at all the people that have been playing games in our midst, like the soft funchers and all the like, eating here and going and dining there, you now realize that we have the responsibility to fight this to the very end. Why? Because we have had everything put in place for us. We are able to know who is working against us. We are able to know who is not working against us, because a revolution is not a smooth curve. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Now that we know all these things, it is left for Ambazonians to decide what they want. This is the deciding moment for Ambazonians. And just like you said, this is the time that we should choose to either be free or remain fighting forever. Because I know that somebody like me, I'm not going into French captivity. I'll never be a slave to Cameroon. I've never been. Look, Saluk, I was earning more than £1 million a month in my 20s back then. And what Cameroon government got from me was 15% of my gross income every month, straight to their treasury. It didn't pass through any hand. And what they got from VAT, value added taxes, from every inventory in my business, everything that was purchased was millions of francs. So do you think that after doing all of this, they take that money and buy guns and send people to come and kill and burn villages, communities that are worked so hard to develop? So I come and start from scratch, and then I just come and say, okay, where do I fall in this decentralization or special status? Hell no, it won't happen. They should remember they are dealing with human beings who have brains, who have emotional intelligence, who have brain intelligence, who know what they want. So instead of them standing and yelling from afar that we want this and we want that, they should bring Cameroon to the negotiating table, ask us what we want and what they need to do to settle the scores of what they have, the destruction that they have caused in Ambazonia, pay retribution for all of what they have, all our resources that they have been stealing for the years, and then get the settlement and get out of our land.
Okay, now, all of that being said, the future of Ambazonian children, it's at stake. We have millions of Ambazonian children that because of this conflict, because of this war, have not attended school because of the insecurity posed on our people by the genocidal regime of Paul Biya, who is either dead or is semi-dead or is alive or somehow, whatever is going on over there. You have all of this insecurity. You have Ambazonian people caught up between looking for freedom and caught up in some political drama in the forms of government. You have all this confusion where the focus on liberation has been neglected, where the people are now being more politicized. The future of Ambazonian children, it's not being looked at. Those that are in the bushes, it's not a priority. Our refugees in Nigeria is not a priority. The priority has become what government I want to support, what group I want to support, what leader I want to support, what movement I want to support, not how we can liberate homeland. So I want to talk to you because you've been at the forefront of all of this. How can we, where we are now, based on all what you and I know, how can we refocus our people? How can we get women involved? How can we get mothers involved? Because you've been doing this and you're pretty good at it.
What I can tell you is that mothers have been involved, women have been involved. But the point is, we have women who don't reason, who don't think of how it felt like when they had that baby. But I had a home birth. You know what it means? When I had a home birth, it means that I went through the same pain that a mother delivering her baby in the bush is going through. The difference is that I had the hospital in my home, but I did not have anything that would relieve me of that labor pain. And so they have mosquitoes and snakes for midwives in the bushes. My baby is surviving in my arms, but their babies don't survive. Some of them don't survive. They are dying in their numbers in the bushes. Those are our people. And when you take down an Ambazonian child in the midst of his years, look at what you just did. This child, the mother sowed crops in the farm from the time she was planting them to have school fees to pay their fees for them to go to school. She had to work, she had to pick up Njangi to buy zinc. And the husband picks up another Njangi for the foundation, for them to build the houses that Paul Biya and his terrorist military went and burnt. When you have done that and walk barefooted for your son to go to school, and they bring him back in a coffin with the head hanging on his neck and his testicles shot at, then you can know the anger and the rage that they have inseminated in our people. That is why I still turn back to these people who stand afar and yell decentralization, or this failure to thrive male figures who pose themselves in our revolution as politicians and go and sign deals with SG or Swiss or whatsoever, that they should know that those things they do is not in our name. They can politicize this all they want. This is a revolution. It is a refinery machine. They will not survive. They can't stand it. it is not a wave of protest. It is a revolution. It is a refinery machine. If you choose to trade the blood of our people for a dime, for a hotel room, for a flight, there is no way you're going to escape the penalty that will come with it. And this time, nobody has to curse you or inflict any pain on you. That is your own self-curse and your infliction. You will not last. Watch and see. They will all drop on the sideway. And birds will pick them up. Because the blood of our people cannot be used as a gold mine for people living abroad. They can't take the blood of our people. They can't take the blood of children who rose up as volunteer patriots to defend their neighborhoods. They cannot take their blood and make their trade deals with it. They cannot do that. They cannot take our hard-earned income that was given for them to be able to build a tent in the bushes, to buy a cup of Gary for our refugees in Nigeria, and host birthday parties like Sako hosted a birthday party of $30,000. And when I talked to her undercover secretary, she told me that the next one will be 50,000 pounds. I said, if only it will be your money, and that's your punishment because you deserve it. But now what I'm saying here is we cannot be doing that and people think that it's a mining process for them to have money to buy houses in Maryland like Sako have done. Chris Anu, who failed to try it, use it to pay his IRS debt and use it to have one TV, radio and whatsoever not, and pose themselves as politicians and governments. We don't recognize that shit. And so what I'm saying is that it doesn't take too long, my brother. It doesn't take too long. You need to plant blackjack.
Well, I know we can say that it doesn't take too long, but every day we're losing young boys that are fighting without proper materials for them to defend themselves and protect their communities. So we can't say it doesn't take too long. That's why we have you here, so that we can have a very constructive conversation. How do we get more women to get involved for the liberation of homeland? How do we get more mothers to understand what our people are going through, what women are going through, what our mothers are going through, living in the bushes? More women with honor and dignity will come out and rally all of us together as a people for the liberation, for the struggle, for the freedom of the people. How do we get our people off their political entangled poison mind? That's what I want us to talk about.
What I want to say is, I will reverse that question.
Okay.
How do we get our men to start listening? Because the women have been speaking and crying and yelling.
Okay, so let's answer that version of the question. Can we?
That's why I'm coming.
All
because
right.
the women have not been quiet. So the oppressed women have gone on rampage, and anywhere that they get a bed, where they give them a name, where they try to make them look like, oh, you will be this in the minister of this, when Sako gets the ministerial cabinet, they are passionately advancing that cause because they think that it will bring them freedom. But there is something I want to say.
What is that?
Evil will prevail if the righteous do nothing about the evil. If we don't put a zero tolerance attitude towards wrongdoing, we will keep waiting for time to take its toll. But we can shorten it if we put a zero tolerance to any form of evil, any form of destruction in the midst of our revolution. What do I mean exactly by this? If we will stop sugarcoating and politicizing every step we make and start to get brute and face the fact that we are fighting for survival and we are defending our people, and then we take the responsibility to protect our people first.
Okay.
Any leader, any activist, any man or woman who have the people first as their responsibility to protect will reach the finishing line. But the people who are politicizing and posing themselves, they will drop on the way. But it will take time if the righteous do nothing.
Okay.
If you are only right and you do nothing about the evil that is prevailing, then you will not make it.
Well,
And how do you fix it?
Samuel Sako is also using the same argument because he wrote a book called "Let the Right Let Whatever What I Let the." So he's Samuel Sako who he's.
Oh! Let me tell you something.
Well,
Let me tell you
go
something.
ahead, say it then.
I am a pastor. I know the game that pastors play around. You see my baby here? I can't take my baby to any church for a pastor to lay their hands on. Do you know why? Most of them are dirty. Most of them are thieves. Just imagine Samuel Sako dedicating my son. Then he will grow up to become a thief. Just imagine Chris Anu dedicating my son. He will grow up to become a liar. You understand? Now, let me tell you something. You have written a book about righteousness in the gone by and by. No, that's not where we look at righteousness. Some people think that worship is when you sing a gospel song. I had an armed robber who was chasing me and singing a gospel song. And the Holy Spirit within me told me that that guy is a thief. And it did not take up to how many meters. He cleared me on the ground. But I showed him that I'm a warrior woman. He ran. You understand? But he used a song to get me. There was money in my back. He got nothing out of me. Honestly. Because I listen to my instinct. Every human being have an instinct. But the problem is that we get too busy and too noisy that we don't listen to our instinct. That is why people are running here and there looking for a prophet to talk to them.
That's
no,
why,
we don't need prophets to talk to us.
That's why.
The only time you need a prophet to talk to you is when you refuse to listen to your instinct.
That's why we are very happy to have you here today.
Coming back to this whole Sako thing, he should go and burn those his books. That guy is a rook. He's a thief. He has been stealing all his life. If you say Sako said righteous, then you will soon say Success Congo is righteous. Let me tell you something. People, you know, what they do is you can be a school dropout like Atanga. But if you can only write, you write books, do publications, as many as you do, then you can come to Maryland. There's a theological institution there, and they'll give you PhD. If you see a Baptist pastor tell you that they are doctors, they went to the theological seminary in Philadelphia or in California, trust them, believe them. They really studied for it. They have a PhD. But when you see these Pentecostals, they like shortcuts. They don't like to walk. Like Sako is a lazy man. I've known him even before this struggle. He is a lazy man. He doesn't believe that he should walk. I have people who are linked to me who were praised to him. I would have been a prey to one of his business, whatever that he was making, that he was telling people to bring money and then you'll be multiplying. They collected tax money. Collect from your family, bring, give Sako. And then Sako is that type that when you are coming and asking, is the deal right? He will sit. A house can be burning and Sako will sit here as if nothing is happening. That's the kind of person he is. But the problem is that Ambazonians have underestimated his sleeping eyes for weakness. That guy, he is a mafia. See, Success is not even up to half of him. When Success took money that he took from whether it was French or Swiss and bought a house in Nigeria, he said he went to Cotonou and ministered and they blessed him. How many churches will just bless you to go and buy a house? Ambazonian people were following behind him. We have to question. We have to sanction. We have to come out and isolate evil. If we are not able to isolate evil and deal with the evil, it will eat us up. So in a nutshell, what am I saying? Anybody can come and talk about the righteous. Even the devil can talk about the righteous. But let me tell you something. Some of these pastors in this revolution, I can assure you that Lucifer is scared of them. Because what they have done in the Ambazonian revolution is indicative to Satan that they can overthrow him and take his kingdom. But they will not overthrow us because you and I will stand for the truth and we will stand and resist them. But there is something that I want us to understand.
What is it?
What I want us to understand is We cannot keep repeating the playbook of Cain and Abel. We cannot. We have to make our boundaries. We have to build our defense. We have to build our security. We have to have embargoes if we have to thrive. If I read the Bible and I learned that Cain and Abel went to the field playing and Cain killed Abel, why should my own Cain kill me? It means I did not learn anything from that Bible lesson. And how simple is it? I just have to refuse a play date with Cain. Right? I just have to refuse a play date with Cain. Meaning that what? I treat Cain as a threat to my life. Then I will leave. But if I keep treating Cain as a brother, I will not leave. What do I mean in effect by that? I mean in effect that for no reason should Sarko's hire killers have access to us. We have cried enough. I don't want to see the cry anymore. I don't want to see the shit anymore because they are working for the international community. That's why they are backing them in what they are doing. Right? Because they are dancing according to their narrative. But they cannot use them like they use the Funchas. Not in the 21st century. We are not in the 1961. So we have to come to a point where we are selfless. And we already have selfless people.
When do you think that our people will come to that point where they know that this is a liberation struggle for the freedom and survival of the people and not a political drama or a political campaign? When will the people come to that?
They will not come to that. You know why? It never takes a crowd to redeem a people. Even the Israelites did not come to that. Don't expect Ambazonians to come to that. If you have the mantle to set people free, then you will definitely find yourself among freedom fighters. Okay. If you have the mantle to play the charade and make it muddy, you will find yourself among the pigs. So what is happening is, don't expect. If Chris Ano was pastor enough, the day I made a call to him, he would have repented. But Oman, he will not repent, and don't expect them to repent any soon. They will do even worse. When you think that, oh, now they will be remorseful, they will do their worst. So the point is this: let those who have set their gaze on the freedom of our people not blink. Those who have set their gaze on the freedom of our people, stop trying to wave hands or shake hands with those people. In fact, they should treat them as if they already have coronavirus. You understand? Social distancing. You distance yourself from their activities. Distance yourself from their presence. Just distance yourself.
Woman of God.
If this is the lesson, because coronavirus is teaching us a lesson. See, this is Friday. I have my kids at home. I cannot work. I cannot go to work. We are testing what the people on Ground Zero have been testing. The whole world is experiencing Ambazonia now because they refused to care about what Ambazonia was going through. They are on a lockdown. We have been on lockdowns multiple times. They looked at us like mad people. But our children have been out of school for almost 4 years. My children are out of school. It's not up to 1 month. It's not funny.
So, woman of God, as I've said, we know that part of the game. You've also seen what's happening in Bui. You've seen its move to other parts of Ambazonia. Yesterday, we learned that the same people have left Bui and went to Oku, and they have done the same thing in Oku, kidnapped the forces belonging to Commander Bush Rambo. So the evil is spreading. Are Ambazonia not learning?
Let me tell you something. There is nothing Ambazonians are going to learn about that. But there is something that they can do about it.
What can they do?
They have seen, they see the pattern. The next one will be Ngokitunja. The next one will be this. The next one will be that. So it's replicating itself everywhere.
What's the solution?
You know why it's replicating itself, duplicating itself, and going haywire? Because when Chris Anu started it in Libialem, nobody stopped him. He was the first person to taste the blood of Ambazonians. He was the first person that ordered the killing of Ambazonians. They were shot inside the water. They have mass graves there, not by La Republique, but by his brother. Now, it's replicating to other places. How can they stop it? The only way that it can be stopped is simple. Treat your kin as a threat. Do not treat your kin as a brother. Molen ben we don't join buyo yumo ayuji kifajiki wiji bui warrior. Treat it as an enemy. Before one way funini bui warrior, they are nini dreve ayenin dotivi. For unovi ayo drefo. So tell me more we are kidnapping we yi favia yi rabi. We are lying in bamboo warriors. What I just said in my dialect is that most of the Bui warrior fighters have defected, especially after the incident of the death of Guinean, because they had created a friendly environment. They were manipulated. They were highly manipulated, and the manipulation is coming from the diasporans who have gone and made their trade deals with the blood of our people. And as long as these fighters are not disconnected from those people, they will keep falling prey. Why? Because they are everywhere like spider webs. They are everywhere like coronavirus.
We also know that some of the fighters within that group that left in the late 2008, in the late part of 2018, early to early 2019, that left when La République du Cameroon was doing the recruitment for B. Some of those fighters were recruited into B, and once their training was completed, some of those fighters were reinserted back into those groups. The perfect example was how they killed Engineer. It wasn't, of all experts' analysis, it showed that's a well-trained professional military. Some phone calls were made to Chacha when the incident with Engineer happened, and was warned that within him there are La République du Cameroon reinserted bees that are responsible in implementing the instrumentalization and the manipulation from diaspora. We've also learned through intelligence that Chacha was about when he started is the screen frozen again?
No.
Okay. Chacha had begun to reason when Njinem was killed.
Yeah, he even went to the family.
And he was thinking of making a U-turn. They knew Chacha was going to reason. They knew Chacha was going to make a U-turn. They knew Chacha was becoming remorseful. What the intelligence we've gathered was that those same reinserted La République du Cameroon B specialized officers also took down Chacha. And one of the reasons they don't want to release or kill those ADF fighters, because of those ADF weapons, Chacha was, from what we've learned, Chacha wanted a reconciliation immediately, and to return those weapons, they have to kill Chacha in order for those weapons not to get back into the hands of the ADF and those fighters not to get back to the ADF. So there is a correlation between what happened in Bui and what has happened in Oku. A few days ago, those specialized independent unit led by Commander Bush Rambo in Oku took down a La République du Cameroon armored vehicle. Those people, some La République du Cameroon terrorist military, lost their life in that incident, which the action was carried out by those specialized unit in Oku, led by Commander Bush Rambo. A few days later, these same people left Bui, went all the way to Oku, and have picked up and have kidnapped these forces. So this is not Ambazonia. This is a big correlation between La République du Cameroon military. Engineer was a sniper. They took him down because of the number of La République du Cameroon B he has brought down through his specialized training skills. Same thing has happened in Oku. The moment those boys in Oku took down La République du Cameroon Amoka using this new technology we've been talking about, a few days later, the same group went there, kidnapped those boys. There is something going on. So that's why I wanted to ask you, because you are a woman who really understands these things. As you've said, we should treat them the way they've proven themselves to be. Now, a lot of Ambazonians are caught up in this political game, including activists that claim to be the fathers of activists, the kings of activists. They play this game with the Ambazonian people, where they know exactly what is happening, but every day they come and play this game with the Ambazonian people. I want to ask you this: the lives of Ambazonians. This is either we survive as a people and free ourselves, or we lose ourselves in this experiment, in this political experiment, in this governance experiment, in this government's experiment. What do you have to tell our people in terms of?
What I want to say is that only a fool will still sit and listen to Mark Barata. How many times have he repented and said he was sorry? How many times after running down the lives of Ambazonians in the drain for 1 year does he come and said he's sorry? And so anybody that has not seen him in a school or in a mentoring process to help him come up to speed should not trust him. I would have taken Mark Barata serious if he had to maybe learn, if he had any place where he learns. But he would disappear. He has names of fighters he has gathered in one WhatsApp and leaks it out and all the like, and then come back again. And then that is somebody that is unreliable. So the point is this: Ambazonians have to come to a point where they are acting like Nigerians. In Nigerian, they don't trust nobody. What I mean here by they don't trust nobody is that you earn your trust. And what I mean here is that, like here, I tell my kids, don't talk to strangers. Why did Bush Rambo and the co fail prey? They fail prey because they talk to strangers. The point is this: if you did it to those people, you can do it to me. So I don't need to be in fire to be burnt to tell you the magnitude of fire burn. I can observe another person burn in fire, and I'll develop the wisdom and the skill to avoid that fire from burning me. This is the kind of intuition and the kind of instinct that Ambazonians need to learn or need to adopt. Meaning that I still go back. Listen to your instinct. Somebody called that they were coming to your camp. Somebody's coming to your camp unannounced. Treat them as a king that is coming after your life. You're an Abel. That is the only way to eliminate this security threat. If you see them start to gallivant in the villages and make small audios and audios and try to make campaign of calumny against you, just devise an offensive strategy. So what I'm coming up to is that, seeing that we have internal and external threat, we have to be offensive and defensive. I do spiritual warfare. I don't know much about how they do the carnal warfare. But I have a policy when I do warfare, and the devil knows it. I have a policy that I don't allow my enemy to fight me back. I ground you. When I have the opportunity, I ground you, meaning that I eliminate any battlefield between you and I.
That's a lesson for those who have the intuition and the wisdom to understand. A woman of God, I want to thank you so much. You have a new baby. You've taken the time to come online. You never stopped, even when you just gave birth to a baby. What has given you this resilience and strength?
Now, what gives me the resilience and strength is that I know where I'm coming from. I know what our fathers went through. They were reduced from men to boys. My father happened to be a professional, so he might not have seen that. But my neighborhood was made of non-professionals. It was a 3:20. 3:20 professionals among farmers, among truck pushers, among bricklayers. And every year they came and gathered them like goats and put them in this, they used to call it tipper then, as if they were carrying sand.
Yes.
For 1,000 francs of pool tax. You understand? And that's how they treated them. And then they'll come, they used to call it kale kale.
Yeah.
They'll come and clear them for nothing. Then we did not even have criminals. We didn't have, because our people were too pious. They were, and they spent their life investing in their children. Investing in their children. Every Ambazonian child was taught that your pen is your gun. And every girl child was taught that your first husband is your first degree. That's the reason why I only got married in my 30s at the age of 31, and as a virgin, because I knew that my father had told me that my first husband is my first degree, and my life is my first job. But my father taught me to be an entrepreneur, and so my father did not want to work for the French, and that's why he remained a mission teacher. But when I grew up, I did not want to work for the mission either, and I did not want to be a civil slave, so I started my own business, and that's how I became a millionaire in my 20s. And then, when I had that satisfaction of being independent, then anybody that was whispering around my ear, marriage, I was like, I'm not yet right for marriage. That's what my father told me to say. I'm not right for marriage. And then when I now could buy a house, when I now could pay flights to any country I was paying, I could go to at will, then I thought I was right, because that's what
the fruit was ready.
Yeah, so even if I had a crush, I was not supposed to look at that crush, because my father had told me not to. And we had a community where every father advised you. I will always remember Payong, Nini Bifi's father. Each time I came and I was planning to go back to school, Nini Bifi's father would call me and say, remember, your first husband is your first degree. And then you want to come back and don't give you his own advice. You want to go to the parties, give all the parts were like they're in your ear. Like you don't even need to read the Bible. They are your Bible. They tell you, and then you carry the gospel. So after all of this, then you come and realize that you had even a greater enemy that was even going to kill you. Because if I was on ground zero, I would not have been spared.
True.
Right?
Most likely.
I'll be in the grave.
Most likely.
So what makes my motivation now is when I gather how much pain our parents went through to raise us independent of Cameroon. Independent of Cameroon. I feel like this is too much evil for the world to think that they should give another generation or future Ambazonians another turn to come and go through what we are going through. It must end now.
And so to end it now, the leader of our war of independence has worked extremely tirelessly. Yesterday, about a month or so ago, he promised the Ambazonian people that the people on the ground zero deserve inspirational voices. These people on ground zero deserve empowerment. And he promised them a radio. He had created that radio. Every single promise this man had made to the Ambazonian people, he's delivered. Last week, he launched the TOF, the takeover campaign. Based on all the assessment, he and the team of experts that surrounds him have made, and the analysis and the experience in the revolution based on the strategic roadmap they gave us. That we are now getting close to taking over. There is a looming crisis in Cameroon. There is a severe vacuum that's about to be created in Cameroon based on some of the things you've said and you already know. That this is the perfect time for the Ambazonian people to take back our homeland and not wait for the international community. We can wait for a negotiation, but the opportunity that is coming, which we have created, we promised that we were going to destabilize Cameroon and crumble Cameroon. That has been done. That has been achieved. There is a gap now. Either Bia is dead, Bia is in coma, or Bia has been coronalized by coronavirus, or something is cooking in Cameroon. We know that based on intelligence from the United States, based on intelligence from the United States Embassy, based on intelligence from the intelligence community. Something severely is cooking in Cameroon. The leader is preparing the Ambazonian people for a takeover. So you know that for us to be effective, whether it's to bring our IDPs back or the refugees back or securing that future for the Ambazonian children, the takeover campaign, which is the end point of our revolution to give our people that future, requires massive funding. Requires massive funding to implement the defense strategy for the takeover. Uh, with your expertise of fundraising, with your community voice, with your leadership voice, with all the women you've surrounded yourself with, we know that you all have played your part in many projects. How can you help us with the takeover campaign, and how can you get more and more mothers, women, and men to participate in order to give our people a free homeland? When our people get a free homeland, they will create a government of their choice.
Okay. I don't even want to talking about the government thing because it's none of my business, because it's really having nothing to add or subtract or add to this revolution than it's subtracting already too much.
Yes.
So what I want us to consider is this. I want us to look at the person in Dr. Ayabacho. Some call him the CIC. Some call him the president of the governing council of Ambazonia. He can have all names. Some call him Pa. In fact, he is really one of those. One of the things that I want us to look at is the track record of this man. When I discovered him, there is no trace. People might have done sabotage and all the like, but from my personal encounter with one and every leader of this Ambazonian revolution, he's never, ever eaten a dime of your contributions. He has never. He is a man that works. He also contributes like you and even more than you. And I want to encourage us that when you look at our refugees in Nigeria, you look at those young girls that sing to Mama Ambazonia. These children are like fugitives in another person's land, who are not even recognized by that government, who are not even given the protection by that government. Because if we look at it all, in all our people that have been displaced, we have been the one that have shouldered the burden. Unlike other cases where people are displaced like refugees and you find the UN going there and all the like, we have been the ones shouldering that. And I would like to give a big shout out to the Aya Foundation and other groups that I may not know. Even though we've had some groups that did it, just to get money from Cameroon or do their affiliation or project themselves, we have had genuine Ambazonians that have worked. By now, we have come a long way in this revolution where we know that if I put my money here, I put it in the mouth of a rat. It's like groundnut I put in the mouth of the rat. We already know who eats money and who use money to advance the cause of our freedom.
Yeah.
If you look at those children singing and you want them back home, you look at those mothers, you look at some of them go and sell and they are coming back and armed robbers get them and cut their hand. I've seen some in Nigeria. They are not really secure. Our people are not secure there. If you look at those children and you have compassion for them, and you still remember the family of 8 that just died in one house, and you still remember how they came and ferried our leaders back to La Republic and are unapologetically sentencing them for life, and you look at our people imprisoned in thousands in those places, and you think of the fact that they are fighting coronavirus. If you really think that this international community was not a hypocritical system, why did they not order the release of those prisoners, seeing that they don't have any room for social distancing and they were going to have coronavirus? Why did they jump on ceasefire?
Good question.
Now the thing is, now it is for us to use our brain. Una get for use una head. No man no get for can tell you again, say now this one be true, now that one be lie. You don't already know. So the TTOF project, it go on for day. Now place that way, you know, say you put your money for there, you don't help Ambazonia for true. So I encourage all man, go for there, go donate, make commitment. No not call and say donation anymore.
No money.
You take their own
responsibility,
responsibility for protect our people.
Yep.
Go for there, go make your commitment. Small money we put up for there, it go add up to something. And then we'll get people then two way. Nah, big money people them. Big money people them. Una know me fine. Una know say una get money. Go do that big commitment. I don't see plenty people then do that big commitment for day. No hold back. Now secured website where any person fee go give. If you don't, she don't so. That's not for that picking there for down there.
Pairing.
It hurts you. The fact say the born villages that
Bluetooth connected.
Go put money for that place. If you don't know how to fight, some person the way you don't already talk say, I give my life for this fight. It don't need your help. If you don't know how to reach out to IDP them, people then they reach out. You don't know how to reach out to prisoner them, people then they reach out. So if you put your money for there, it go save a lot. They try to put radio, so that say they know they bring this cross rush. They confuse with people then back home. They try to bring SCBC back. That TV station where they be use them, where CC could be use them, announce that mobilization day. It need for day back for ground zero. When true people that with dignity and integrity, like CC could end there for jail. You hear some man stand for your call himself say pastor talk say me they find way go kill him for jail. You don't really know say a bad man. You the follow him for waiting. You the tolerate and waiting. That's the way they tolerate and so now you go turn chop you. So now go for they go give money. You get money for them and say me they kill people then. Yes, now why did you give money for them? But now for year where you know say you give money, you go for go protect your people, you go for go defend your people. Go for go make and sure say picking them feed for some community too, they go school. At least we get like 30,000 picking the way they go for community school then. Where this PIG then go attack and the other day, it get picking that you go school. So if you want put up here, you do one day for house, you look and say some part the way, if you get color, all man for family the chopper. Una get ayabacho. Say if color bear fine for that tree, all man for Ambazonia chop color. You get another uncle where he coffee na own. Even if picking myself even give picking any share. You get that kind of part away. They don't pick where they born picking top turn chopper. If they are part be that one where the born picking turn chopper, no cry over because you get uncle where they call and say ayabacho. Come for day, it don't be fine house, it don't be fine structure, it don't make people, it don't carry people away. They need it touch dirty for their hand. They need it take 5 francs for money where you give. No one. The only dinner for people, now people the way, oh, they don't cry for your head, say, well, prisoner, they don't talk, say, as they give, they send them for prisoners. Now that kind of people where you want for stand with them. Now the kind man we want to stand with you, all man don't run to say, oh, Mrs. go rot for the. He said, no, my brother never rot for jail. I go stand by you. Now that kind of person you want trust them. Now that kind of person you want give you every dime to. Then no say they so. Una don't get on Joseph where he go save una from famine. And then my last talk na say, all we will they abroad. You not come na by accident.
Yes.
You dey like Joseph, where you the build act for save your people then they. Muna forgetting nonsense so that they make a fear so una want go be governor, una want go do the one, una forget them. Muna just forget about that nonsense. Because we get president for ground zero, we get people the way they be minister for ground zero. That begin they fight so that say me you go stand for they talk say you be their king. No, we don't do that. Una come for here for work. Misako, put down that cap there, king cap where I went no man no give like free masha. Me put them down. Go find extra job worker. Start the send money for IDP them. They will respect to say it don't start be leader for revolution. Me go work higher, but you work every day so they will don't work. Milk out the own company where be bill and so they only say Ambazonia must be free. Me work so sacrifice, me understand. Now man that way he get business, he put them down. You know say when you see man where if he go even plant bacala for get money, send them for refugee. Now that kind of person want trust them. You understand?
Yes.
So look, if some man can show you head say plata, I give you money, you not take her for Ambazonia.
Yeah, me at the plateau. If me at the plateau. At the
plateau. By the NO, by the fried fish roll, send them for refugees, send the money for refugees. So now the kind of people that you want for depend on. Put your money, no say in any loss. In any gonna for belle for rat.
Mas Martino Safi plati head.
Correct.
I feel losing it.
Jesus, a man come here. That time tell me the plat head for you, plat them. Person one cry say, I not get school fees. I don't already send her. Work extra. Go find second job. If you did call yourself say leader where you not get second job when not just for Ambazonia, you know but start the leadership.
We get
don't show over there the collect people their money, the chop and the buy house, the pay mortgage.
We get a perfect opportunity right now. My brother and my sister them. We don't come very far. We don't reach for the end of this fight. All the things that we promise them for our roadmap, we don't deliver them. Now the time this for all we for commit, for take back our country. So we go open the lines for all Ambazonian them for make their commitment. Website there for my front 9.www.ttof.net. Now for the website that for the revolution. Now the website that for finish this fight. Now the website that for give this people they don't born in for America. Wait today so enough you go back for Ambazonia. Even if you want to go back, we need to give that Pekin a future. All the Pekin they did for ground zero. They need a better future, a better country where it go protect that Pekin them. It give them better education, better hospital them, better road, better water we go to drink them, for help we for rebuild our beautiful Ambazonia. For we for do all those things, all we get for make that national commitment for finish this fight now. We got a different strategy. We don't lay them all out. The takeover strategy right now, General Efang, the Supreme Commander of the Ambazonia Defense Forces, it consult with all the generals and the commanders them for help them make them understand how they go take back Ambazonia for this time when they come. La République du Cameroon go collapse within the next few days, within the next few weeks. Some big change it happen for La République du Cameroon when now we cause them. As we be promised to bring down Cameroon, we already achieve them. It come. As Cameroon the fall, we no go wait for any negotiation. Ambazonia go take back Ambazonia for that period. We go bomb the Mongo Bridge for that day. Take back Ambazonia within 24 hours. Ambazonian Transitional Authority, where the leader they work now together for agree on the framework of that transitional authority. Within 24 hours, the transitional authority go be they go install a transitional government for Ambazonia. The takeover plan day in effect. We need for prepare. So make all man go for ttof.net. Go make your commitment for day. If you did for America, like Mami Woman of God did for America, where he too just born, 9 that he just born with small Pekin, where they just born him. He come up, he did for outside, he did work for Ambazonia people then. For on top he had, I don't put cash app. 9 that $ Ambazonia mission. Go for that cash app. You just go check up your cash app. You go spray. You go make your donation for the. Take a screenshot of that donation. You send them for me. Then the number that is there for update for on top of my head. My WhatsApp number there for update. So we go open the phone line. Mami, ma just call this one brother. Where he be call we for if one salute you. So ma just call it because he want salute you.
Okay.
He talks to you, I talk fine, and if one really say something for you, but so now he be called so twice, 2 times. That time will be the talk. All right, we'll not get it for phone. He will call we back when he see the call. Right now, the phone lines they be open. Woman of God there for you, a woman of fire. Now woman way is stand for make sure say what people they be free. What people get better future, all we get for do the work now. So we just want talk for all winner. The lines they be free now. Any person feel call now for make a contribution, for make a commitment for the revolution. The most important place for all winner for visit now the website. Go for the website. Go make your commitment for the website. Take a screenshot. You send them for me. We no go call your full name. If your name now. Tembong Joseph, we go on Tembong Susan. We go only call na Susan. Talk say Susan don't give you don't donate this amount of money, you don't commit this amount of money. We want the goal now for encourage all man, now for praise all man. The phone lines they be open for all man for call. You're being really quiet, eh? You're being quiet. Or you sleep.
Oh no, I don't go give for Papa.
Okay. Alright, fellow Ambazonians, the phone lines will be open. If you want call, the phone line there for on top my head day, 905-782-0911. The WhatsApp number, 9 that for update, all man fi siam, 905-782-0911. If you call, if you send, make your donation, and then you send your, you send your screenshot, so that if we give you a shout out, when I know say for you, we like to bless people them, we like to praise good work. All right. So today, all we get responsibility for doing the website there for day, ttof.net, and then the cash app there for update for woman of God on top of your head. If you go for there, you just immediately you go put your cash app. You send when you do them, take a screenshot, send them for we. We go give you a shout out. We go bless you. We go praise you, but we will also protect your identity. Another thing I want to say, this website, it be very secure. Even if you put your information for there, it be very encrypted. It be well protected. All right. So you all manga for be safe for doing. If you there for other country, for place where maybe you not get, because some people they not even some people they for America. Maybe you not get means or use cash app. Maybe you not get credit card. If you also call me for that number, we go pick up your call. We direct you about other alternative means where you feel make your contribution. no matter who side you did for the world, even if you didn't have for ground zero, just like people they call for ground zero yesterday, they talk say they want donate, how they will donate. We go direct you how you go make your donation, your contribution directly for the takeover campaign. For give the boys them what they need them for implement the defense strategy. As we therefore make a begin to tell you now. On that day, where the national insurrection will take place, the American people will don't create, the Ambazonian people, the leader don't create a radio station for all we, so that we communicate with ground zero directly. Number two, that they work on for bring SCBC back to ground zero as a TV station for Ambazonia revolution. All of that na part of the takeover campaign. We need to be able to communicate with our people, give them encouragement, inspire them, educate them, empower them, uplift them. We get that responsibility. The radio they come up, SCBC they come up. The leader now, it work with all the other leader them, make them start put the framework for this Ambazonian how they call them? The authority, the Ambazonia Transition Authority. They work now for put the framework of Ambazonian Transition Authority. Because Ambazonia no go be na some German country where any person go just come out talk say me be Ambazonia president. Ambazonia no go be like La République du Cameroon, where right now they try for impose Frank Biya as the new president of La République du Cameroon. Where they get we get a comrade with the call from Germany. Hello, comrade.
Yeah, hello.
Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Hello, comrade.
Yeah, calling from Europe. I have a question.
Okay. Go ahead. Is it a small question or a big question?
Yeah, please. I just want to know, we've lost thousands of our brothers and sisters.
Can you identify yourself?
Villages,
Can you identify yourself? Can you tell us who you are and can you tell us your name? Because you just said, what's your name, sir?
Yeah. I'm Peter, calling from Germany.
Okay.
I can only give you my first name.
That's all we want.
Okay. So, my point is this. I'm brief. We've lost thousands and thousands of our brothers and sisters, material and so on and so forth. Now, we have two people that wouldn't let this revolution get to an end. That is Chris Anu and Sako. Why should we have problems with the same two people year over and year over? We don't mind what happens. Thousands of people are dead. Can we not eliminate these two people if they can pay the price for our freedom? Why should we go behind these people? Why should we have the same problem day and night? What are these two people worth compared to all the people we've lost? That was my question. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And we will leave the Ambazonian people to ponder on your questions and answer that questions honestly within themselves. That's a very important question, and I really want to thank you for bringing up that point. Thank you, sir, and have a great day.
Thank you. Welcome.
Ambazonia, una di here? Now, when a brother that they call from Germany, they ask you now, why when they leave Chris Anu and Sako, they destroy Ambazonia people their quest for freedom? Now, Ambazonia that the big man that call from Germany, they ask him, he brought in a Peter. Ma call it, we get a call. Some person call from Ireland. They call we from Ireland and make we call them back.
Hello?
Hello, comrade. How you doing?
Fine, Comrade Asu. Apart from this, I want just contribute for. I don't already commit for the website. I want just talk for that our great woman of God.
Okay, go ahead, woman of God. The year you find, brother.
Yes. I the one just for all the good thing we talk and for it being a very special species in the eyes of humans, in the eyes of God. It is a very special one. I want to thank you very much, and I thank you too for bringing that type of woman. Make I encourage me. And so I want asking and say, you like a woman of God. This one concern the book where all with the real and the book of God. Say some place there for Bible where it talks. Make some person pray to make some other man die. Because another woman like you where they fall and get it now, so I don't see some of the can't pay the sake of the type of prison. Or as you say, that kind of thing is there for God the book so.
I mean, yes, so it ask you.
870.
It talks say they say some other pastor don't come out. He go pray. He makes say could they die for prison. So now which kind man of God or woman of God where he go pray make another person die for prison? Now when he ask you say
That now you have be talk say the white man become can fool we with Christianity for back home. They become can teach we na Western religion. Say it shows say some people not read their Bible themselves. Then some of we will be there for Catholica. Will be the only year in a liturgy. You know, first reading, second reading, and gospel. Now, why that way some of these opportunities them don't take advantage? They dispose themselves like goddesses. You know, when you hear that kind of
hello, comrade. We get a caller. We get
woman of God. Now, met woman that.
We'll get a call on the line. We'll get a comrade recall from. Hello, comrade.
Yeah, I come from Sweden.
Hey, my brother, how you doing?
No, bless God.
Well, thank you, brother. Thank you. Right on. Oh, while people hear you, you did live, you did on speaker.
Yeah, good. The thing I say, well, I don't. I always tell me they call it Chris and call their name. They don't mean nothing. These people, they systematically tested from one leader to another. All of this, I think that way they ever talk about. They cut the head, the thing will just end so. So when they start to take the first leader, the thing in here, yes, CIT cry. I'm telling you, CIT not the people will cry. Why? Because you know, they stop fast. It's the only man we don't know it. But when you start crying, I think we'll keep on crying. Because I think some these accounts of very to come and say cry. I don't laugh. I like that you never cry. And we should use the fool for cry. And the action of man towards man, anything where it comes towards Israel, whether it comes, that will crush them. That's what I'll call them after. That will go back to that place. We pick that boy, that will talk about that thing, say, if you don't crush them, you know, go walk. So the only thing, anyway, the one go this side to they follow up and they take things there. No one else talking nothing. The one inside they follow. They take I tell you, don't be useful. What did they do with the thing? Nothing. So they don't reconsider something that they work. Direct with the Republic, where that will the Republic that would disarm we. You know, but that way we talk say for the one surprise, all on Nigeria, all die. That the same way Gomo success, that the same thing we talk about. And they take the worker, they don't care where the general is not precise. All that general, I mean, they pick the general for life. And people they really stop their promotion, it happen. We should not be looking at, we don't want to go. So therefore, revision. That's the one that they don't use that now on Sharia law. That's not what I fought on, even fought a double. I even that free myself, they will play it. This is how the Bama to see there. That they all play it come on, that is all that rejected place. No man don't like good people. That village, come on, that people that one that maybe they didn't even recognize that. I just the whole man go hide for they can't disturb the whole place. We should not be looking at propaganda for nothing.
All right, my brother, we thank you.
Yeah, if you want to see military go hold that very budget. They never move them to forgive. You keep me accused, God is there. That's what Bible talk. I don't say the pastor should don't go to yes.
All right, my brother.
That's what Bible talk. That's what God book talk.
We want thank you plenty for that good advice. Make we take another call. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
All right, my fellow Ambazonians, I want thank some person who don't donate $25. We want thank some other person who don't donate we don't donate. We don't one time some other person we don't. All right, the information they come in. One thank the three new people where they don't already subscribe for the where they already sign up for the website. One time kuna plenty, one time all man plenty, one time all man plenty. Ambazonians, now time this for take your country back. Now time this for you for decide. Finally decide. Say you want to be free. We don't give you a roadmap. We give you strategies. Okay, hold on a second. Yes, Comrade Clarence, you did live and all man to hear you. Good evening for you.
Yeah, Comrade.
Your line the break up. We will not hear you. Your line the break up will not hear you.
Hello. Yeah.
Just send me an audio message so that people and make all man hear what you talk. But the line the break up. These people for what they did for that side for United Arab Emirates, they get problem with their internet. They need to agree. They made they overtalk. May they use internet for them for talk with the other part of the world. So just send me a WhatsApp audio message so that we feel play people that will hear what you talk. Go for the TTOF website, ttof.net. Now for you to go make your commitment for the liberation of homeland. Now not been a time for talk. As you don't spend a lot of time, Capo don't spend a lot of time, Vela don't spend a lot of time, all we don't spend a lot of time, the spokeslady don't spend a lot of time. We don't spend a lot of time for educate Ambazonia them.
Yeah.
CIC don't spend a lot of time for give we the roadmap, explain all things for we every day, every week, make audios, come online. We don't talk a lot. Now the time for Ambazonia them for art. The time for action. The time for money for homeland. Ground zero the call. Who answer ground zero? Yo, what's up, man?
Hello?
Ground zero.
Cool.
I salute you, my brother.
I'm very happy for things when I do them.
Thank you, my brother. But we
Woman of God don't make some statement, but the way it shows say the blood of Somali for Libya Alem they give for go for a society to be buried. They apologize as they be safe. Just time we feel much have been killed Somali.
wow.
They go for grief. They save justice on Guinea. The blood.
Bless you.
All that skin they were cooked, ATF go for cooked, they send that skin them back. I mean, they go send the out either alive, either they kill all them, or maybe they run around.
Ambazonia una the year. Now advisor they come up for ground zero. They tell una what you will get for do for Bui for stop that nonsense for Bui. For stop what you don't happen again for Oku yesterday.
And ADF give for swear for all their members, they say any of their members will fall for internal trade or external, they give for revenge immediately.
Hello?
Hello, Comrade Lucas.
Yes, sir. How you doing?
Good. Jackson calling from Chicago.
Oh, you're calling from Chicago. How is Chicago today?
Good.
Well, you are live with our people. Well, you call for big city. So wait to be a donation. Now write them down.
Who beg for money?
No, I go message you privately and make the donation.
Okay, I beg. If you text me a number, please. And because right now you know, so you call so.
Okay.
I not get your caller ID not show.
I go do them.
Okay, bro.
Yeah. So I want to thank the woman of God for that powerful message we don't pass on. I see the talk with all emotions. Just by listening to her, it motivates you for even this for contribute more to this struggle.
Yes.
Yeah. So my question for you now, say, if he put you like, if you get an opportunity for be like a member of the defense force, which way is he do for bring and put an end to all this fighting, especially for the northern zone, about these warriors and Kugwe saga and the rest? So how will he do for solve this situation so that the revolution will go back to the right track? And also the revolution there for the right track, but this internal threat, they don't do much a lot. So how will you put an end to this internal threat? Now my question that for you.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
The best way for put an end to that internal threat or external threat, now say, you never ever tell your enemy, say, my power then for my head, how is Samson be tell the Lila, he take it on. Not ever tell your enemy, say, me and if you fight me back. No, don't ever tell them that. When you tell them, when you be very predictable, you will be prevented. They know exactly, say, ADF people like human beings, they like civilians, they like Ambazonia, and have a point where you feature go tell them, so now pass commando surrender their gun them. It has to change. Mean say wait. Me say, if the be tissue say angel a white man, Satan a black man, then you want see the thing don't turn without white man angel don't turn a black. Not still continue the treat and the angel, treat and the Satan. So wait to what mean in effect na severity. If you want live for defend people, then you get for first defend yourself, right?
Yes.
If they kill you now, then I will go defend the people the way you overlike them. So wait to what the talk in effect na severity. You get for stand your grounds. If you never stand up to your bully, they will pound you to your early grave. You have to learn to stand up to your bullies. I think Sako and Chris Ano, they don't bully enough. When Chris Ano become and say I ban ADF on ground zero, they just feature the talk like one match. We have to stop them.
Good afternoon, comrade.
Good afternoon, Comrade Asu. This is Comrade Wally.
Hey! The mother of all mothers, Mama ADF.
Oh God!
Now the mother of our defense forces than this.
Oh!
I see my sister. She don't for there. I say no way, no day way. If you can't take go, I no call for thank this woman from the bottom of my heart for everything we he don't do to me personally as an individual and to the revolution as a whole. I want to thank you, woman of God. You are a rock. They say a heart of gold. I don't know, you are a personality of gold. Your whole being is gold. I really want to thank you for all the encouragement. I mean, everything that you've ever done to me in particular and to this revolution as a whole. I've just been talking. I have not signed up. Comrade Schwarzenegger, yes. I have sent you my screenshot from this phone that I'm calling.
We saw your
screenshot. Even though we.
All right. Well, first of all, Mami Wally, now I be Mami for all our defense forces. Now they take care of our defense forces. Now I be their Mami. So first of all, the fact say you again, you don't come out with all what you do with all the money, your own money, where you use them for travel, for do all kind of things, for take care of all these boys them. Because a lot of our forces them, they got girlfriends, they got women. When they are woman they born, now you take care of them. When picking is sick, now you take care of them. When these boys they be wounded, now you take care of them. So the fact that you call today again, we Mama Wally dey for you, we not thank you enough. So we want thank you plenty, and with all that. You don't can show leadership. You don't go for the website, even with all the donation we make up, because I know say you just make some donation for some other group way for some project. I know say I be see them. And today again you don't come out, you come for outside. You go make another $100 donation. Ambazonia. Now in this, my show na muna not think say it is just the call the talk. Now in this way, my show now in this. Now in that. Oops. Now in that $100. We don't go make commitment for website. For talk say with all the donations we make for the different group them for project, he don't go commit again for the website. Talk say me I get for lead by example. Oh well, if we be there for just hold you for your forehead, I kiss you.
In fact,
My forehead really need that kiss so they are strong arm there like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Look, they say charity begins at home. There is nothing that we can go out and be begging when we don't start from within.
Yeah.
You know, I know for sure every bad thing will don't happen for me for my life now because of phobia and La Republique as a whole. Like the CICB talk the other day, every element of La Republique, they get one thing in common, and I say we no be part of them and we be their slave and we be their second citizens. Never again. We have stand
never
up to say
again.
never again. If I be there for that amber, now 3 places where I for day. Either I for don't die, I for day for bush, they carry my own AK, or I for day for Kondegi. But the facts are no day, I dey put the same energy where I for the put them for make sure say me and that boys and girls the way they stand on the line every day would face the same bullet and then the face them physically. Now why that way my wallet I say better I remain without a dime than for me to get money. Sometimes when these boys then fall, I did be very my mind the worry, but I did not say I did the best I could. The only reason that they died was because it's something that have to happen. I did my best. So now the thing that even Guineam died, so I cry, but I cry and then I stop. I say the battle continue because I did the best I could do to Guineam. Everything that Guineam ever asked me, I made sure that I fulfill. I used to go to our messages and I listen to the messages from all these boys and I would just sit in my room and cry to the point that I've given myself 5 minutes to cry every day. And after that 5 minutes, I know that it's over and the war continue. They say liberation is not, freedom is not free. We are here today in America. We are in the diaspora, driving cars, living in houses, wearing assorted clothes and shoes because some people gave their life, some people gave their blood, some people gave their finances. If those boys on the ground are giving their finance, they are giving their blood. We that are sitting on the fence and us in the diaspora, we are supposed to be bleeding financially the same way those boys on the ground are bleeding. So I want to thank you, woman of God. I want to really thank you. I'll be sorry. I want to thank you, but sometimes you get so emotional, but it's okay. Together we shall prevail.
Thank you,
Thank you so much.
Thank you so
for
much,
all you have
Mami,
been
dear.
doing. Thank you, comrade.
God bless you. God bless you, Mami. Hold your heart.
Oh my goodness.
Ambazonians, now the spirit of ADF that. Now the spirit of ADF that. Now, Mami, that for our boys and all our boys and for down. From the general to the one where we just joined yesterday. Now the spirit of the ADF that. All the forces them for ground. Especially ADF forces. We need to look them like people the way not just fighters. Now our brothers. Now our sisters. ADF now our family. The forces now our family. When we make a promise to them, we keep them. Any soldier, any commander who don't ever talk for you. When we tell you so we'll do something next week, we do them. When we tell you we'll do something tomorrow, and our forces, they know that. That's why ADF na ADF. When leadership make a promise to the general, to the forces, to the commander, it no matter the brigade, we go keep that promise. That's why ADF na ADF. I thank you plenty, Mami Wally. Thank you very much. Ambazonians, we make una contributions. Now we freedom this.
At the back, Ambazonia, near the back, na back.
Any
man you make commitment.
Make any man go for what?
Tomorrow, make commitment for ttof.net. You no go regret that commitment we make.
Person go regret your own future. You go regret your own liberation. All Ambazonia na a national responsibility. Na a pride for commit. We be this close. Make we take back our country. When we take our country back, we go decide who go lead una. First we reach your ground. We need to reduce the suffering of our beginning. We need to make this revolution, make it short. And the fastest way for do that, now for commit to the plan, commit to the vision, commit to the roadmap. commit to the strategy. I don't carry we so to reach a place where would they with pride. Anybody listen for me yesterday? I don't give now the analysis of who say this thing it can't end. So make all man go for website, go commit, take a screenshot, send them for we. We will thank you. We will praise you. For now, all man get for commit. All right, some person will call for 3 man. Won't answer. Hello, comrade.
Yeah, this is comrade Ayuk.
Hey, comrade Ayuk, how you doing?
Man, I'm doing great.
Thanks so much for calling.
People want to call. I want us to follow up the program as usual. But
yes.
Honestly, I don't really commit, and I still look forward for extend the commitment, because the level at which we are right now, my heart is bleeding. My heart is bleeding when I look our powerful lady sit there talking. I'm calling all the men of Ambazonia. Men of Ambazonia, rise up and come out. Come out and stand as a man. Stand as a man, as a lion. Men of Ambazonia, come out as a lion. You have been wounded. Stop sleeping and allow our women to come and talk. Men, come out and make that commitment. And let me tell you this today. Sell your garments. Sell your garments and buy a sword. We are at war. Put on your boots. Your boots and let's go out. It is not a matter of time to joke. We need to joke for years. And look, these guys have taken us too back. But I want to tell Sako and Cristiano to know that they are building anything on false hope. The power of God is not there. God's strength is not there. Their hands are all stained with human blood. And they are building anything in the name of God. Let me tell them, it will fall down like bubble. And the time is coming nearer when they shall be sitting their mouths with full of confusion. Because God will cancel that they are building to fight against a true leader like Ayabacho that God has put in the middle. Ayabacho would never choose him, but he came from nowhere, and now we are seeing him to be the man and the light to the path that will lead us to freedom. And those people whom they claim that they have been choosing, and God is angry with all the ambassadors who stand behind that idiot in America. Take that man to court. That man was being taken to the court. That man was taken to the court in America. That man can be taken to the court in America. Men of ambassadors, rise up. You are a lion. And fight this fight. And let the women stay behind us and bring us fufu, whatever, and arrow, and dama and the rest. That's it. Commit yourself. I will extend my commitment to this battle until we take homeland. We shall never be to the point, and then pigs. God rejected pigs. God has rejected pigs. They should know that they are pigs, and God has rejected them. God has rejected the pigs, and God has given us a lamb. Ayaba is the lamb. And now he is the lamb. By the time we come back, we shall come out as lions. The Lion of Judah is coming to take to defend his people properly. The Lion of Judah is coming to defend his people properly. And Sako, you will have nowhere to hide your face, because we shall eat you all. We shall eat you. I will end here with comrade. I don't want to go emotional.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I want to hear our lady, my sister, which she done today. The matter of Mark Barata, where it will be too silent for what's to call the calf or the scarf on our country. I don't want to know the name, because I don't care about that fake group. Those people have a very strong voice on the ground. Can you really come out with that voice again as a woman and challenge these weak men in Europe here, sitting and ordering our boys to go and get into this mess?
Thank you so much. God bless you, comrade. Well, Ambazonians. Now, when I brought that, Comrade Ayuk, it called the Ambazonian men to rise. Now, our sister, this is call Ambazonian men to rise. Ambazonian men, rise up. Stand up and defend homeland. Una woke up, make una contribution for homeland. Now, time this for free. You did for outside, you want to make for outside? Most of your family, even if you be free, most of your family will not be free. Even if you don't succeed for bring your own mommy, your own direct mommy, or your own direct papa, and your own direct brother, them, you una all not gonna for outside. I talked to some big mommy yesterday. Big mommy make a contribution. He tell me say a greatest wish now for go die back for me the bury for a village. Even though they for America, even though picking they don't succeed, they did for America, they get better house, they don't marry, they don't born their picking, and they drive fine motor. Mommy talks to the place where he want make it go die. Even if he die, he want go in for Ambazonia. We'll get extended families. What about all the other 8 million then? We can't taste the fruits of freedom. We don't taste the fruits of what it mean for people for show patriotism for their country. We don't taste the fruit of what it mean for people for stand up for something and fight for it and build it for their own people then. We don't taste them. We don't taste what it mean for get a system of accountability and transparency. We don't taste the fruit of what it mean for people them for come together for follow a vision and make it become a reality for their people. We see that they build an entire community within 1 year. We see that the place where road not be even there, that they build road within 6 months. People, their life they change. We don't experience them. Transformation feel come when you get a transformational leader. Transformation feel come when people they get the heart and the conviction to take a people from occupation and give them freedom and give them dignity and give them good life. We'll get them.
One thing.
Go ahead, mommy.
When you look at the American community, you will find the best people ever. The community and the citizens are first responders to every disaster and every situation that happens. They build their community. That is how Ambazonia used to be before, when we used to do community work.
We'll get a caller.
Okay.
Yes, good evening, Comrade Asu.
Good evening, brother. I don't know.
Fine, small.
We salute you.
I just want to add my voice for brother Hugo he just called.
Right on.
We'll get for make sorry Cameroonians know now Uncle P the talk.
Oh, my favorite uncle, Uncle P.
Whether you there for ADF, IG, or any other affiliation. Now time this will show say really truly time for the revolution. Tip in something for that website. Support. Make we get weapons to protect our homeland. Prove don't be sure. So that the right path is. I know this stop the disabled wait to see on for my eyes. Since that the way I see our late comrade Chacha. It is glad be happy. Say, I don't get weapons now. I go show like the public soldiers of Bui. Don't get weapons now. I go teach like the public soldiers something. And the weapons that they sit for ADF. And when it happened, because the big no one me will free ourselves, they go kill Chacha.
Yeah. Because
Chacha we don't get weapons to fight. Now that will be an eye opener for all of we. If we support the revolution, we don't leave and meet with them, they think the revolution die. Just look at them. For Southern region, they don't disarm all ever fighters them. Now they don't start with disarm for Northern region. They don't kill a couple of them when we know. My brothers and sisters them. If we leave and this thing happen, they finish kill all the fighters. We don't die. We don't die. All we can suffer. Generation after we can suffer. Generation after we can suffer. Now we did that one time. No. So when we stand up now again. We both up the fight. Make the Republic leave our homeland. I thank you for playing the Asu. Thank you, Iron Lady.
Thank you so
You
much.
know, you be the best one for the revolution. That would have played you.
Thank you, Uncle P. Thank you, Uncle P. You see, now Uncle P that it always come at a voice for encourage we, for support we, for inspire all we. Now Uncle P that don't see sister don't come. He don't born. Now sister that don't born. Pikin will even reach 1 month. Now in that. He carry pikin. It can't work for Ambazonia. Ambazonia men will not rise up. Now mommy this. Now woman that we just born with pikin. Now in this we can't for here. For raise money for Ambazonia people them. For raise money for defend homeland. For raise money for build better future. For give our people them future. Now in this he just born. His skin was even strong. He carry pikin. He never even reach 1 month. Now in this they can't for here. For raise money. For inspire our people them. Why? Because all our people there they did for bush. When I don't hear 600 and something thousand Ambazonian they stay for bush. 500 and something villages.
They die for bush.
500 and something villages. They don't burn them all for down. Ambazonian men will not rise up. Will not rise up. Oh, now we're for America. Even though we're not be free, most of us still get fake profile for Facebook. When I know what put on face for outside. We not need for put on face for outside. Asu don't put a face for outside. Mama, sister Immaculate don't put a face for outside. Capo don't put a face for outside. We not donate the money make we liberate homeland. You don't need for put your face for outside like Asu. I don't decide for sacrifice myself. Donate the money. Call. Put the money for cash app. Call my number. Send check. Make we buy, we deliver homeland. We'll get the forces for deliver homeland. Boys, they be ready for do your job. Make all we rise up. Any Ambazonia, no matter who say you day. Now not the time for we for finish this work. This 2020, Ambazonia must be free. La Republic the crumble. We must take advantage. Make sure say we declare Ambazonia a free land. We no need for go for negotiation. The moment La Republic fall, we go the plan the bomb Mongo Bridge, put a transition authority government for Ambazonia. All this nonsense go stop for this diaspora. No man no go come out for some place. Go impose himself on the Ambazonian people. Say I be government. It no go happen. For this, all those boys do not fight. Make some person you come out. Will not follow due process. Will not meet international standards. Ambazonia no go be some German country. Because we fight for all those German things. We come out for La Republic, German system. Now in that 50 years later, the country in people never even forget even paracetamol. They not feel 50 years after independence. They not feel make paracetamol.
You know, 2009, I was in Toby in Bui. And there is a young guy who generated electricity in January from a river, a small running stream, and supplied electricity to the whole neighborhood. They arrested him and jailed him.
Unadi?
Yes. Just few years ago, we decided that we're going to improve the water system of one of our local hospitals back home. We don't donate money, go for day. You get for go see or get you something. Get for go see the one get. In fact, the people that want to collect all the money, then chop away the project, nobody start. That is the system that Cameroon has put in place. Right now, we are not going to be belaboring ourselves about all this failure to try figures who are gallivanting abroad and thinking that they are presidents and governments of of Ambazonia. They are not, because that is the way the French education program Ambazonians to think. But we want to announce to them that in 1 out of 100 who are thinking that way, the 99 will not follow you.
That's right. That's right.
We have to take our freedom. It is imperative. It is not an option. It is a must. There is no other option than independence. That's the only option left.
You don't talk. So, fellow Ambazonians, the line they be open. If you did for America, now the cash app that $ Ambazonia mission. You come for the website, 9 my front, ttof.net. Go make your contribution for the liberation of homeland. All right? We don't give too much talk. Now na time for action. Make all man act. A time this for act. Not been a time for talk again. All man don't receive their education.
TTOF.net.
Yes, TTOF.net. Put them for your head. TTOF.net. Go make your contribution for the takeover.
And you can get non-Ambazonians to do that too.
Get your woman, get your sister. Make all man go for website. Go donate. When I go for Cash App like that, like Mommy we make donation yesterday. Mommy send donation. People that donate, we not donate. Now for homeland. All we get for come together, make this massive donation we need them for complete the project, because Dr. Everybody deliver. Everything we don't tell the Ambazonia people don't deliver them. It promise you a radio station. Now today that radio day on. Yesterday the radio start streaming online. Once they work 24/7 because of the vision. For make sure say Ground Zero get positive inspiration, positive messages. We build nationalism for Ambazonia. Help community them. Make them live within among each other. Help the fighters them. They develop a spirit for fight as one people, work as one people, relate to each other. Before I be just today early this morning, because I sleep around 4:30. I woke up. I sleep about about 3 hours or so. I woke up. I did go through 2017, 2018 audio messages where you hear one commander they talk for the other one like friends, and when one group it come out, it go for another group. The group where they pass to their place, you go see they go cook, chop, they shit they cook, they chop, they give the energy, may they continue. Look.
Oh God.
Nationalism. We must build and back Ambazonian nationalism, and it start with our own attitude, the attitude of contribution, the attitude where Ambazonia they will take responsibility for the freedom of homeland. No more politics. Now it's time for liberate our people then and end the suffering. So the lines will be open. I'll play more music first so that we'll I'll play more music first. All right, my people then, the lines will be open. Cash App day. All right. Yo, boss man. What's up, bro? Yo, bro. No, pa. Would they fine? Would they for work? Would they for national duty?
No, that one, it be very imperative, Master. Be very imperative.
Yes.
But I don't understand how Amazon. I want to move singer for them. Man don't think I'm tired. You see, man, they show sometimes fire. So man don't think I'm tired. Let them rally behind the revolutionary leader. Move big country, boy. But the people There are people that will suffer for Ambazonia. They will fight for, my brother. Someone don't tell me say that for some CICD president, but I will remember the La Republique.
No, the question, the question, bro. The question I say, TIC don't ever tell them say want be president. First of all, na person we not even like. First, na person we not even like politics. He don't even like politics. TIC not fit do politics. He not be politician. He not there for a blood na liberation.
Now I tell you say, I tell the men say, if we put CIC now, who support them? They will say they give them 2 million. If they don't give them in 3 months, they will resign. Now they don't hang for virtual presidency for how long now? Because they tap resources, they lose their lives. CIC, they put you credit card, they put you money for this struggle every month. Oh boy. I say CIC no get time for CIC. If you don't say one will be a lecturer, I'm not free. He will be lecturer for university, so that could transform to keep their brain for thing Ambazonian.
Of course, now they go that. So what will be your advice for the Ambazonian? Which advice you get for the Ambazonian people today, my brother? Langwam.
Oh boy. Oh man, my way any Ambazonia will get sense. If we no say, who even talk to them, be blindfolded by some code them with super government and Chris I know them. But now so with what is happening on ground zero, we waiting for the cry somebody cross Amazonia them. Cross them. The people know say these guys are not working for us. They are not working for us.
Okay.
Make Amazonia they rally behind CIC boy, move just free the country, master.
No, they don't need for rally behind CIC. They don't need for rally behind CIC.
But they got the ground zero to suffer.
CIC talks say made a rally behind the vision, made a rally around the roadmap, made a rally around the strategy. Made a not rally around CIC. CIC don't provide the Ambazonian people with a roadmap for their own liberation. No other leader for this Ambazonian revolution, no movement. He never offered the Ambazonian people 1 inch of roadmap of which he go give the people freedom. Zero. None.
Papa. No, if I see me a rally behind CIC, I see me a rally behind the roadmap.
Yes.
Behind the vision.
Yes.
Yes. Because by rallying behind him, we are rallying behind the winning strategy, something that has been tested and proven. If not of internal disturbances, internal foes, boy, they will go far with the revolution. There are Ivan back, no for die. There are Ivan back the game mantle for a headway, if you don't carry, you see, as well. Tell Ivan die. They show video of the ability to go for this, and that's somebody glad, Papa, yeah. Oh boy. Ivan will be, Cham, Ivan will be, if Ivan will be there alive, these two are the same, they don't die, so that take over strategy. I will be capable for John who comes on 1 day to 10 minutes. Oh boy, oh my God, you want to oh my God, don't come on. Because if you don't prepare the ground.
Well, we got good news. I want to thank you plenty. You always like for can give we, for can encourage we, for can give our people the better advice. So my brother, continue the work. Make all we continue. I know say the work very hard for background. We thank you plenty. May God bless you. You get a good day. Make we go forward from here. All right. Ambazonians. Yeah. For place where we're right now. Okay. If we take the steps and where they don't be lay them out for we. Yesterday I don't can explain the roadmap. Tell all we what the leader put them out for we just 3 days ago. It don't lay out the takeover strategy for every Ambazonia to understand. We go take back Ambazonia. General Efan right now and the Lieutenant General Popo, they demobilize all the other generals them for work together, explain the takeover strategy for them and how ground zero go be on that day. Make una know say the time don't come. We need to wait anymore. The time for takeover don't come. Cameroon already finished. Waiting will be promised for do and for Cameroon. Make a chakara, it don't happen. Time for takeover don't reach. Make every Ambazonia picking for ground zero. Wait till we see for 2017, for September 22nd, 2017. That one go be a half of what go happen for the day of national insurrection. Whoa! All right.
Which will be promised for you and for Cameroon. Takara.
Spokes.
Hello.
Hello, this is what Spokes Lady did live. Welcome, Spokes.
Well, Pierre, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I just say, honestly speaking, I no go on for call you behind the scene and even woman of God.
Woman of God, woman of God did live. So go ahead.
No, I feel say it be very important for me for call woman of God. Now we all Ambazonians listen for thank this woman. You know, this woman, my God, I don't even know how to describe her, but woman of God, thank you very much. Thank you for the level of, you know, courage where you get them. I just want to thank you for the endless sacrifices where you put down for ground on issues of ground zero. I just want to thank you for all your effort. Even at this stage, when they call you, say, woman of God, we want you may come out and do something. You didn't blink. You didn't hesitate. You didn't say, let me think about it. No, you just say when, which time, and all that. That is the spirit.
That's the spirit.
We want in this struggle.
That's right.
That the kind spirit that way we want for people then for be that much dedicated, you know, for CC homeland be liberated.
That's right.
I cannot thank you enough, woman of God. I don't want to call you behind the scene after this show. I want to thank you before the entire Ambazonian population so that they will know that you are a woman. You are a woman that is indescribable. We cannot describe you. Your sacrifices, the time you put in this struggle, Master, you're intelligent. Woman of God. Thank you.
Thank you,
Mommy.
Thank you so much.
PS and great job.
Ambazonia.
Great thank you.
Ambazonia. Now our fine spokes lady that. When I don't see her. Now our fine spokes lady that. Now I don't call. A woman of big brain and Nyanga. When you combine the two, a woman of big brain and Nyanga. Chai! Ambazonia. God, we are blessed. We are blessed people.
Fine brain, fine woman.
Fine woman. Yes, when I don't see her. A woman of big brain, as Takpan the talking on a woman of high grammatical brouhaha. And that now be also the secretary for human rights and humanitarian affairs. At the same time, now be spokes lady. So we thank you plenty, spokes lady, for the encouragement. We thank you so much. So Ambazonians, now the Ambazonian spirit that I don't see mommy, now the Ambazonian spirit this. Now sister that he just born. He not talk say, oh, because I don't born, make I take time off from the revolution. Now in that he catch baby. He say, baby, come go fight for Ambazonia. Now in this. So we want to thank you plenty, woman of God. No, so we don't take a lot of time for you don't bring baby, you don't can show with baby, baby too can stand up for fight for the Ambazonian people. Now don't see him, Ambazonia and the spirit that you come up for inside womb, pam! You don't already start. You be soldier. Now baby Emmanuel that you don't already start. Then probably I beg when I go shit on they would already finish now. If baby Emmanuel from inside womb, you don't already start for I beg, see him. The game don't be over for La Republic of Cameroon. We'll take back our country. So, woman of God, we'll get about 5 more minutes. We wrap up this show so that we also go start my own day. Because now 3:30 for afternoon right now, we'll get about 5 more minutes. So, any person we want to call, people know that you donate, we thank you plenty. We'll continue for sign up on the website. We'll continue for send this thing for cash app. All the people know they don't go for the website, go make their commitment. Get some person to call, they will answer the call.
No, don't ruin my show.
Hello, comrade, good afternoon.
No, Jordan.
Comrade, good afternoon.
Hello.
Good afternoon, comrade.
Hey, good afternoon, Comrade Lucas and woman of God. I couldn't be happier. You know, I couldn't be more grateful for what you want to do. What you want to do is just it's incredible, and really I thank Una for putting Una face out there. and fighting this battle for all of us.
We thank you plenty, brother.
My contribution, what I want really get, I say, we only fight this fight for how long now? Close to 4 years.
Yes.
And if people do not know who be wolf by this time, right? It's almost like it's a lost case. But of course, I know saying a lost case, more continue to try for bring them back into the fold. The way I see now, like for class, you remember time I still go to school. People in there they take first, so one in there they take last. That one there they take last, automatically disappear from the face of the earth. Right?
Yes.
No, a lot of them, like a number of them, they fight against each other for the longest time. I know if you believe so, but they actually fight against other groups and fight the same fight. Then I look closely. I look some very close people who I really know them. I'm teasing them, maybe not just fake profiles, but I really see people who I know them. I grow with them. But of course, and I do know them back from going up, to wearing the brightest, which is unfortunate to say, but it's true. So my begging. I say more humble ourselves,
yes,
right?
Yes.
And for we will already know the right side way for pursue the fight, right? While the others are not joining the fold, more redouble our efforts, anyhow if we do. And by the way, belated happy birthday.
Thank you very much, bro. Thank you very much. I don't see for your picture. You get very fine picture. I don't see for your picture where you did for yeah. You got very fine picture. You did like see big man for America. So how much you want to donate now?
Thank you. No, I don't really make my donation. I did US mission. I did Mandela family. I did outside. No worry.
Okay, bro.
I did call now for encourage you. My donation is always there.
All right, my brother.
Yeah.
Well, one thank you plenty for say you call also for thank woman of God for the work way they do. And
yes.
Even though you just born, you just see
and particularly, I really want to thank woman of God because I be a person of faith too, and I really be happy for hear you talk and try for you talk. I hope people that distinguish religion and faith, and that is something that I'd always look at, and like really, it talks on talk where it really touched me personally. Say, enough give you picking for any pastor me lay hands on. And for a long time, I grew up to I was a Catholic. I grew up. Then I come married my woman. I see, my woman, my is a woman of God. Then I start learn real faith rather than just religion. And I really thank you for putting that out there. People then be able to distinguish. Say fake pastors and they be real, like fake real, fake pastors, and real children of God.
Yes.
So I really thank you for trying for putting that distinction. I hope people can see but yeah.
Okay, comrade. Thank you so much. May God bless you.
Thank you. God bless you.
And we'll get a good day.
Thank you. You too.
We'll take this call. Bye. We get 2 calls and we'll miss them. We'll call this other country where they call from. What will be the country name? Make we see. Okay, make we see this person where they call from Denmark. Denmark, will they call you back? Hello, comrade. You just to let you know, you did live right now, so people that listen for you because we miss your call while they talk for the other comrade for US.
Yes, I salute all Natu for studio, brother.
Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, especially for Mama Emmanuel, I want to say thank you very much for the good work we did doing.
Thank you, Papa.
We really appreciate. I don't know which way I fit talk. I start follow Mama Emmanuel for a very long time. I never ever hear you come online, either it insult this or that. She's always focused on the point. And because of Mama Emmanuel, anywhere they go, me and my family they go, what donation they always, each time I hear her voice, in short, I don't know which for talk.
Thank you,
yes,
Papa.
So I want to say, another second advice or something I get for talk, I say, Brother Lucas, please, I want back. If possibility, they will Each time when I come online, whether na you, Capo, Daniel, when I try as much as possible for avoid anything about those people they will know. I no one call their names. More focus for things the way it will take way forward. Those people, they a distraction. Because when we come with the other day, I be there inside bus for process, I come back from work. Then as I talk for pidgin for phone, for my woman for house, this white person, where she don't corner me, he say, where do you come from? I say, Cameroon. He say, Cameroon? I say, yes. I say, Ambazonia. He say, yeah, but this una struggle, they hear some people, them, this one, they attack this one, this attack this one. Will be aware, say these things, and they be aware about, and which one really be the right one.
Good
so
advice.
Immediately I will collect a phone number, so I will share the correct ones them. So I know we go in details for study, tell you, say this is not good, this. Yes. I say, don't worry, I will give you the correct, whether an activist you want time or na ground zero. So I will play my own part, either silently or for make sure say I will give the right information about the truth, because we now stand for the truth. Any person will not stand for the truth, not distraction.
That's right.
So please, we want to try as much as possible for avoid them. No, because when you mention about them, then too when they should done, they be happy, say they be important. Just forget about them totally. So I'd already sent my own donation. Okay. Thank you very much, comrade.
Okay, congratulations,
Emmanuel. God bless you. God bless Emmanuel. And I'm not saying Emmanuel be say God is with us. That's God is with Ambazonia. Okay. Thank you, plenty.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, brother. Yeah, comrade.
I don't really know you whether na comrade Immaculate or whatsoever, yes. But na, she's a respectable lady. I will advise that she be employed to be the security advisor at the 6th CIC's office. Because she has said it all, man. Bro, we are done talking, man. We are just done making verbal propaganda, man. If you guys does not have a plan of action against internal threat, say so. Somebody can come in with a plan, man. You guys should stop talking one and the same thing over and over again. I expect you to be making fundraising campaign, not talking about those threats. We already know them. There's no way you can take a horse to the stream, but you'll not force the horse to drink water. We don't have to be defending who is good, who is bad. We already know who is good, we already know who is bad. It's time to pay them using their own coin. I am done. People will not be coming and contributing every day, and then they are taking the money, buying weapons, and giving to the enemy. Brother, come on. Bro, we need action, man. All this talking should be fundraising, not
that's right.
Trying to defend verbally, man.
That's right.
I talk with Tapang on daily basis. We should be raising funds to counter all these enemies, not trying to tell people that I like everything that lady said. I am totally behind her. Trust me, man. We should deal with these people mercilessly. If you guys don't have a plan, say so. Let us come up with one. Because we are done doing one and the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result.
Ambazonia
will not change.
When are the years so?
Has the devil ever? There's no repentant devil, man. These guys will not change. We deal with them accordingly. Simple.
Okay, comrade, make a beg. I thank you plenty. Make some person you want to talk for Mami Immaculate. No, call it right now, beg. Thank you.
Thank you, big bro.
All right. Thank you for the advice.
Everyone.
Hello, comrade.
Hello.
Yeah, comrade. Good afternoon.
Hello.
Hello. You did live, comrade.
Yes. Thank you very much, Mr. Asu Lucas.
You're welcome, my brother.
For your, yes, I think I don't belong and I don't make contribution for anything will concern you and especially ADF and EGOC. But what you really bring me here today now because of that woman with the corner. Yes, I hope you can talk.
Would you hear what you talk?
Yes, that woman with the corner. When anything I see, I feel see which will be around a bit genuine.
That's right.
It's a very genuine somebody where they always talk to me very straight. And because of that, I don't want to talk plenty. I don't make a contribution of $100.
I don't see him.
Because
Thank
of her.
you.
I don't always
God
make
bless
contribution. And right now, I don't make a contribution for cash of $100. I'll go
God
for tough
bless
too.
you.
I will sign up for making my monthly donation. But right now, I did for work. I don't get too much time for talk. I will make a contribution of $100. And I just encourage people that they do so. Now, just forget about those people then. Who just contribute, give play money give for go, me they help those boys and forget about those people with bad belly people and wish people. When I forget about them, me they continue, the truth will come out clearly.
All right, brother.
So I just continue. I tell them, mommy will just born say, I thank you very much for honesty. And so human being there for be.
Yes.
And also the place who be Amazon, people they will get that kind of heart to get up.
That's right.
And I wish that I begin to born and to very good health and happy and birthday on our I don't know.
Thank
so
you.
I just thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, brother. God bless you.
You know me, I follow you always all the time for this season, but my name, I don't tell you my name. My name's for the you know me very well.
I know. Even from your voice.
Because you always be for a show, but for now, I don't want anything. I just call and never contribute. Thank you.
Thank you, bro. God bless you.
Thank you.
Get a good day. Ambazonia. Now, brother, that we never contribute for the ADF or anything we be doing before. Now that today, you don't donate $100 for cash app. It says don't see all what did happen. And we'll go for stand for what you go for work for we. We'll go for stand for what you go liberate what people them. They don't give you advice. 3 people they don't talk say when we come online, make una not call the other people their name anymore because we don't want hear, we don't tire for hear their names. I don't take una advice. I go do my best. and if I forget, una remind me, okay?
Right.
I go do my best for stay on the message, for stay for the walkway when I don't ask me make I do one for the Ambazonian people, for stay on the message, for stay on the roadmap, for stay on the strategy, for stay on the vision, for stay for the voice of hope and inspiration for our people then. So I want to thank you, brother. I want to thank all man for the advice when I don't give you. When I know say we put them away. When I give you, if you give me better advice, oh no say go help all we will go take them. But if you give me better advice, and if you give advice, one no say you give me that advice now for Connie, I no go take her. All right, but I be open for advice because you know when I know I be a humble person, no matter the advice you give me, I go listen. But now me, I go see him. If it go work for all we, I go take the advice. All right. So thank you plenty. My people, them, we promise 5 minutes because of the calls that will come in. We'll stay small. So, but seriously, I don't like it for go. All right. So, but we want to thank all man plenty. Above all, I want to thank baby Emmanuel for say he come today, for making her add his own voice, for be and for can sign up as a foot soldier for the freedom of Ambazonia and for can talk for protect and defend the under Ambazonian picking them too where they just born them now. All right. This fight now for all we. This fight now for make sure say baby Emmanuel, if he go for Ambazonia, go visit a country. If he go for Ambazonia, go visit the other Ambazonia picking them. If he go for Ambazonia,
talk.
And if he go for Ambazonia, if he go for Ambazonia, he chop big mommy, big mommy cook chop, he chop her. He go for Ambazonia, big mommy go bless for a food, he touch your forehead, he touch your foot them, he bless it, he touch and bless it.
I know, right?
So all we do this thing. So this fight now for our people for them for ground zero. This fight now for the Ambazonia people that never go school for a long time. This fight for all our refugees them. This fight now for our people that they go to stay for bush. This fight now for all Ambazonian. This fight so now for our soldiers where they don't stand up for defend themselves. We would be here now on behalf of the people. Now the only reason they were there. Now the only reason that for my own freedom I don't seek here for this part of the world. But I not be free because our people they not be free. And not be free because our families will not be free. And not be free because our communities will not be free. And not be free because the entire Ambazonians will not be free. Just because I did for some place where I get social, political, economic freedom. What about the one that will leave them for back home? We owe them that responsibility for them for be free. While people must be free. And we'll get a roadmap for accomplish that mission. The leader of a war of independence, it take the time with the best expert them. They create a roadmap. And Ambazonia will be the fastest country where it achieve its independence without any external support. None. All with our bare hands. All with our voice. All with our smartphones. All with our WhatsApp. All because of our foot soldiers. We owe them those things. I want to salute all the generals, all the commanders, all the forces across Ground Zero. Commander Yoke, I salute you. I know say don't try for call me. We go talk. I want to salute all now. All the forces for ground. We owe una. This money will be raised them. Now for defend homeland. Now for the takeover. ADF did deliver. This money will go use them. Provide more weapons. And there is no body anymore. Before we go, man send this message. Any group, no matter who you be, the game, the policy of the ADF, they don't change. Now all that I want to tell you. The policy of the ADF don't change. We not go to sing for outside here, they remind any person. The policies don't change. Our posture for ground don't change. The forces that they conduct themselves for ground don't change. The revolution don't change. Make any man choose a destiny. For the Ambazonian people and our defense forces, they don't choose the freedom of Ambazonia. So, Mami, thank you very much for taking the time for joining me. Give baby Emmanuel my love and my kisses because I for bless you to give you a kiss for your forehead. And I will give you kiss too for your forehead with your man's permission. All right?
Okay.
When I stay up, man, hopefully one day within this summertime, we will pass on a side day, we will salute una, we see baby, see all man. Mm-hmm. Now, I want to thank you, say you take the time for come be with we, salute all your other picking them. Tell your master, say, we thank you plenty for give you the space and the chance to, so that for be with we, talk for our people, them, our people that see you, encourage our people them, and give a prayer for our people them. So one, thank you for the